Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. All right, today we're going to be reviewing Batman 130, the the end, quote unquote, or of this first little arc with Failsafe. Now, before we get dived into the new Batman, I do want to let you guys know about the 600 subscriber giveaway. When we hit 600 subscribers, we'll be giving this book away. It's a Marvel #1 variant. All you have to do is like, comment, and be subscribed to the channel. That'll give you a chance to win. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get dived into Batman 130. And as always, I want to let you guys know we're going to be going heavy into spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled for Batman 130, that's your warning. Next, as always, we shout out the creative team because without the creative team, we wouldn't have a comic book, right, guys? So on Batman 130, we have Chip Zdarsky is doing the writing. Jorge Jimenez is the artist in the first story. Tomo Moray is doing colors, and Clayton Cowles is doing letters. All right, let's get started. And as we start, Batman is actually in space. Like, Failsafe left him on the moon, stranded in space with a broken, destroyed Justice League ship, right? Okay, and Batman's thinking, he's like, okay, based on positioning, Earth is 240,000 miles away. The explosion has me on course with it, but I'd be long dead before I made landfall. Failsafe destroyed the Justice League ship, which means there. One chance at this. The compressed gas that feeds my grappling gun will give me some propulsion. It's too damaged for flying, just have to hope. Good. The ship's oxygen supply survived. 12 hours for normal breathing. I can make this last longer. Regulate my breaths. Can't risk heading back to the moon. That'll be the first place fail-safe heads. Only one option, really. Salvage the booster. Need to move fast to Earth, but can only do this in bursts. Acceleration feels like gravity. A G-force of 9 gives tunnel vision, and if I hold it for more than 3 to 4 seconds, I run the risk of passing out. Zero drag in space means I can maintain the high speed and recover before I give another 9G burst. It'll take a while, but I should be able to get up to 40,000 miles an hour after 60 bursts. I only have a limited compressed gas, so need to be smart about my calculations to aim this where I need to go. Starting to wear on me as we see the hours pass. And just so you can kind of get an idea, he's basically riding just this compressed gas rocket booster that he's holding onto for dear life. And so as he approaches Earth, he tries to turn it around and use it to decelerate some. And as we see here, uh, re-entry doesn't go exactly as he would have liked, and his oxygen tank ends up exploding because he's going a wee bit too fast, right? And he ends up kind of spreading his wings, crazy, right? He ends up spreading his wings. He's kind of got one of these pretty strong suits on that has a slight mask to it, and pulls that mask on and everything, and he ends up crash landing. I love this shot here too. He's in the snow, and Batman is PO'd. He is not happy. He is not a happy camper. And then we see Superman's waking up, and Robin comes in, and he's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're still not done with your solar treatment." And Soups is like, "Ah, I just, I heard him. I heard." And Batman comes walking in. He says, "Tim Clark, I need access to your workshop." And Tim Robin says, "Whoa, whoa! I thought you wanted me to keep Superman away from you. And what happened to you?" Batman says, "I fell from the moon." And Tim's just like, "You?" I love the reaction and look on his face. Um, and so basically Batman says, I know how to take this guy out, Soup. I need you to buy me some time. So then we see Superman in, I don't know, like a Batman kind of suit that Batman's made for Superman to be extra Superman powerful, and Soup tries to take on you know what I'm saying, to take on the guy. It was an ad I was skipping past. He tries to take on the the main bad guy. Why am I forgetting his name? The main bad guy that they're going after, Failsafe, and it's it's a knockdown, drag out fight, right? And basically, in the end, like Failsafe is kind of wins, right? And he's dragging Superman's body, and he's like, it's over. There's nowhere to hide. And Batman and Robin come running out and say, who's hiding? As Batman has kind of met back up with his actual son and asked him, basically saying like this thing's designed to defeat Batman, but it doesn't stand a chance against Batman and Robin. We get kind of this panel here too of half Batman face and half Robin, the son Robin, right? So then those two go into battle. Soups is defeated, like I was saying, right? And Batman's thinking, the old moves come back. Dick always went off book. Jason hated practicing them, but Tim, he loved it. The teamwork. We had each other's backs. Oh, okay, so it's Tim Drake. Yeah, but this is different. So it's like him and Tim Drake. He ends up getting he kind of had programmed the best way to put it is he tried to program a conscience into Failsafe to make him have compassion, and so he gets this in Failsafe. He noticed he had kind of chinked his armor a little bit the last time they had fought, right, with the ray gun on the moon, and so he's thinking, he's like, well, let's see if we can change that. And Batman says, as Failsafe is like, what did you do to me? And Batman says, a small thing, an additional bit of programming, compassion. It's what separated us. I may be a dark knight, I may be vengeance, but I still care, and now, so do you. As Failsafe is kind of, seems to be winding down, and Batman thinks it didn't work. Tim screams, trying to convince a robot to appeal to his new programming, but it's too late. Batman is like everyone who's ever lived. He survived everything until he didn't. And Batman says, Tim, it's okay. It'll be. So we get this kind of panel of him looking on like a caring father. And got, like I said, spoilers, guys. And in the next panel, we see Failsafe shoot Batman, and Batman seems to explode. And Tim's beside himself, thinking Batman's died, and he's crying, and Failsafe turns from his red normal color to a blue color, and says, Batman eliminated, end program, as he flies away. And you can see this kind of spot right here where Tim Drake's looking on at where Batman was standing, and it's complete ash, and you can see in the background Superman still unconscious, having been defeated by Failsafe. And so Failsafe is flying away, end program. But then we get this last page reveal panel like I guys, I'm kind of confused about it. I fully don't know what's going on. I assume Batman's still alive because you can't kill Batman. Come on. But yeah. So it seems obviously, but yeah, it seems as though maybe Batman's still alive. The real the real part of the story that has me interested is how and why he seems to have been teleported to what appears to be the sewers or a back alley in Gotham. It's rainy, and he is bloody and not doing so well. And it says next, a world of crime. So maybe Batman's going to be out of commission for a while? I don't know. You guys, you know, if you guys know more than me, let me know. I haven't read ahead on this one. I've just been picking them up and reading them because they're so much fun. Now, there's a backup story in here. It's also written by Chip Zdarsky. It does have a different art team. Just give me 2 seconds here to get to the page. So the artist, so as I said, the writer for the backup story is Chip Zdarsky. The artist is Leonardo Romero. Colors by Jordi Belair, and letters by Clayton Cowles. And as we see in this, it's kind of the wrap up of how the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh was created. So Batman and Joker are having it out, right? With the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh in control. And he's kind of going too far, Batman feels, and we get these this really awesome art rendition here of kind of, Batman and the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh in Batman's head, just like he's like he's at a doctor's office, psychiatrist's office, telling his whole life story. And then I love this one over here with kind of the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh, looking very evil and sort of holding Batman. Well, through this though, the Batman kind of he doesn't like how violent and cruel the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh is, and so he ends up taking back control. However, we see, he says or thinks he's like, I'm dangerous. Not much scares me, but the idea that I may be the most dangerous man alive does. I have lines I can't cross. I'm the safety on the gun. I spend another week finishing my program, making sure that the Zur protocol shares Batman's lines, failsafe, and barriers. I'm myself again, whole and in control. I can't succumb to the darkness. As we see Dick Grayson, this is like way back when, right? Dick Grayson come walking in and says, hey, you ready to head out on patrol? And Batman thinks, I can't succumb, as he puts on a new different shirt. If you notice earlier in this, he doesn't have the yellow symbol. He just has the black bat there on a gray shirt, right? And so they're sort of saying that by the end of this, it was the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh that sort of leaves him to change his outfit. And Dick Grayson kind of comments, oh wow, I like the yellow. And he says, I saw something familiar and I couldn't get it out of my head. Maybe it will draw enemy fire to my fortified chest plate. And then he thinks in his head, or maybe I just like being reminded that there's something lurking behind the bat. Zur-En-Arrh. And so closes Batman 130. And we're ending the arc, at least for now, with Failsafe, because obviously Failsafe is still out there. He just said his protocols were disabled because he believes Batman to be dead. So will he not re-enable protocol if he finds out that Batman's actually still alive? So though the arc is over, the storyline is still definitely continuing with Failsafe and the fact now that Batman's in hiding and presumed dead. That's pretty much that's what I'm reading out of it. Like, you know, is is Bruce Wayne still gonna run around as a superhero, but in a different outfit for the time being to kind of hide the fact that Batman's not actually dead? And if he does that, is it is failsafe not smart enough to figure that out and be like, wait a minute, this brand new superhero that just showed up on the scene um, has all the traits and walks, talks, and moves like Batman, if you will. So I don't even feel like that would really work because failsafe is tapped into all the computers and he's watching everything all the time, right? Um, so he's still out there. And as we've seen, nobody can defeat him. They've brought all the biggest superheroes, including Supes, with a Batman built extra strength outfit, and he still couldn't stop Failsafe. So yeah, what's the plan going forward with that? I'm assuming it seems as though Batman has faked his own death, and yeah, I don't know, man. I'm having a lot of fun with this run. This cover's super cool too on the Batman 130 where we've got Failsafe kind of walking in the background behind Batman as Batman is very beat up in the snow. One of the really cool scenes from the book too, when Batman kind of crash lands on Earth after having miraculously saved himself from death in outer space. All right, guys. I guess you also definitely like maybe that jumped the shark for you. It worked for me because they explained it well enough that that you know the greatest one of the greatest minds on earth I've maybe would have been able to figure a way back to earth with the fact he has a super high-tech suit on. Sometimes too you just gotta give a little leeway uh, on complete believability if you're just having fun with the story. And it is a superhero comic book, at least to me. So I'm having fun with it. I gotta give Batman 130 a thumbs up. I'm super interested to see what the next arc's gonna be about. Like the fact that Batman's dead, or everyone thinks he's dead, but he's not. Oh man, there's all kinds of things that can happen with this. Is someone gonna show up to be Batman for a little while? There's lots of questions that I think a lot of you guys are have on your heads too with this issue. There's just so much to think about. All right, guys, that's what I have today. Like I said, Batman 130 gets a thumbs up. Super fun read. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a great day.